Alright, so this is one more reason why I prefer to be a retro gamer. And, I mean, I approve of PC, but it suffers from these problems too. Recently, there was the Cyberpunk fake app where someone was making malware. And while I find it somewhat hilarious, somewhat sad, depressing a little bit, let's say deprarious, you know, depressing and hilarious. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is the world we live in. But like the video before about the people that don't flush the toilets, I'm not surprised. Anyways, this is OTR, Ogre, and Corgi, and if you like or hate what I'm doing, like, link, and subscribe, share with a friend, share with an enemy. Leave an intelligent comment for a change, that'd be appreciated. And, you know, along the way with that, scream into the void if you want to. I can smile back at you. Let's get into this. Okay, so I'm watching some of the YouTube and shit, and people are talking about this issue, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty slimy, right? And it's probably a bunch of kids, people that don't know any better. I mean, a bunch of parents having to pay for the fuck-ups of their children. But in the case of some of these people, it's probably someone who was legitimately stoked but didn't have a PS5. So you see the predatory nature of that. Like this, most people would say, wait a minute, you're okay with the scalpers, but you're not okay with this. Yeah, there's a difference. See, the scalper, in my mind, is someone who's actually buying the goddamn unit. They're purchasing it, and they're reselling it. It's their property, they can do it. As where the person making this malware app is clearly making a scam. There is no goddamn version of this game. And if there is, maybe you would have heard a bit more about it. Or been talking about it. You know, people, you know, if something seems too good to be true, verify it, because it's probably not. You know, or report it. For God's sakes. If something seems a little too good to be true, report it to the goddamn original company. But nope, nobody ever does that. And actually, eventually somebody does it. So 1 out of 10,000 says, hey, something don't look right here. And before that happens, thousands of people get scammed. And somebody makes a fortune off of your stupidity. And I guess this is part of it. I mean, that's why I say it's deprarious. It's hilarious and depressing at the same time, because this is the world we live in. I'm back to the retro gaming. This is why I like it. You know, when I go out and buy up a bunch of old DS games on the cheap. You know, and then people say, why aren't you using a Switch? Because when the Switch Pro comes out, I'll get one, and then I'll start collecting those games. To tell you the truth, I don't have enough time to play all the games that I've got. I'd probably have to take off a lot of time, get a treadmill, walk on it, or let the dog walk next to me, or get one of those kind of bungee leash type of things, and just go walking through the woods while playing video games. Or just, when I'm chilling next to a campfire, well, guess what I'll be doing? You know, that's why I like handheld systems, too. It's just a low amount of energy they take. I can't emphasize that enough. You know, like I can run everything I want off of these little solar panels the size of my fucking cell phone. And I have more than enough of them to enjoy everything I want to do. Like with my cell phone right here, earbuds, video games, life is fucking awesome. Okay? So the thing I see with a lot of these people is like they're so just like, I've got to play this, I've got to have this. It's, you know, it's that addiction to validation. And I've warned people about that. When you're addicted to validation, you will pay for it. And so we've got a bunch of people that are hopped up on, I've got to have it, got to have it, got to have it. And then so some scammer, this is a legitimate scam, goes out and butt fucks you. Your hope, your need, your wants, your all this crap is why you're getting screwed. You should, you know, that's the nice thing also about retro gaming. Because all the hype is gone, you can just go online, look at a game, review it, and look at, you know, the mechanics of it. And some people say that's a little bit of a spoiler, but let me give you an example. I really enjoyed the game Ever Oasis. I thought it was fucking awesome. There are certain mechanics in it that are a little buggy, like, am I ever going to be able to find that piece of forbidden fruit? That's actually an item on the game, because I wanted to make a bow that has lifesteal. Just wanted to see what it was like, you know? And for the love of God, as much as I try, I can never get that. But everything else about the game has been absolutely awesome. It's got a good story, good gameplay, and did I pay $60 for that game? And I think I got it for like $25. And I've had a fucking blast playing that game. Classic Sonic Collection, blast playing those games over again, you know. All sorts of great games, Pokemon games, all sorts of things. Having a great time. This idea that you have to have this brand new thing, I'm part of the inspiration of wanting to get a Switch eventually is because, look, I liked Skyrim back in the day, and the idea that I could play that on a system that requires next to no energy, no setup time, no nothing. I can pull it out, play with it. I know that sounds sexual, but I'm talking about the Switch, not the other thing. Point of it is, though, is it's like the convenience. And so, I don't know. When I look at these people being scammed, I think really, shame on them for being a bag of shit, but shame on gamers for being so desperate. And honestly, it's like what RGE says. Gamers get the industry they deserve. And this current environment is what you've allowed to flourish. So, I don't know. Anyways, this is OTR Ogre and Corgi, and, yeah. If you like what I'm doing, like, and subscribe. If you don't like what I'm doing, do it anyways, and, leave a comment. Side note, artichoke jalapeno dip is so fucking good. I don't even care when it burns on the way out. Take it easy.